The viral reports of the interest of Eric Sekucheli in luring European-born of Nigerian descent to commit to the Super Eagles of Nigeria has deeply been explained by the chieftain of the Nigerian Football Federation. What is the latest coming up from the camp of Ademola Lookman, Maduka Okoye, and the others? I have all for you in this particular video. Before I plunge into the intricacies of the stories, please, if you are new on this platform, let's all build this channel together by subscribing to the channel and clicking on the post notification bell for more updates. Leave your decent comments in the comment box for special shoutouts after my presentation. My name still remains Solomon Kwadwo Asante, your only nomenclature with the engineer's philosophy in sports, the only Ghanaian who has declared his support for the Super Eagles of Nigeria ahead of the 2025 AFCON tournament. Like this video and share to other social media platforms. Ladies and gentlemen, let's delve into the stories. There have been recent rumors about some players or European-born of Nigerian descent who are ready to switch their allegiance to commit to the Super Eagles of Nigeria. This is when the chieftain of the Nigerian Football Federation has come out to clarify things. His first statement is that he is stating it emphatically that none of these players will be included in Nigeria's squad to face Rwanda and Zimbabwe coming 2026 World Cup qualifiers. Secondly, we all know that it's customary when it gets to the World Cup year where certain players will be ready to switch their allegiance to play for their various countries, of which certain European-born of Nigerian descent will also do same to switch their allegiance to play for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. I've already spoken about certain players who are ready to switch their allegiance, as is rumored that Ethan Nwaneri, the likes of Carney, Chukwuemeka, Lesley, Ugochukwu, Jacob Murphy, and the others all ready to play for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. The exact words of the chieftain of the Nigerian Football Federation. Let's all listen to. None of the players will be in the team for the match games, but we can look forward to subsequent games for those who are interested in playing for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. But it's a World Cup year, so you expect eligible players to make themselves available for selection, especially if we qualify. That has been the practice for a while now. That is what he said. So that has been the practice for a while now. I've already spoken about it. If it is a World Cup year, and in case Nigeria qualifies for the 2026 World Cup tournament, definitely we get certain players who will view themselves to switch their allegiance to play for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. So those were the exact words from the chieftain of the Nigerian Football Federation. Let me move on from the camp of the chieftain of the Nigerian Football Federation to the camp of Eric Sekucheli, the newly appointed head coach of the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Reports coming in is that the Nigerian Football Federation has secured a residential apartment for him in Abuja. It's as the Highbrow Estate in Akosuru. That is where he's going to reside to perform his tasks as a head coach of the Super Eagles of Nigeria. So in the camp of Eric Sekucheli, after the arrival for his European tour, he just drove into the camp of the Flying Eagles. He had that rapport with them. They have some discussions. He has watched several of their training sessions, and he's just trying to let them know what best they can do in order to perform at the 2025 Under-20 AFCON tournament, which will be held in Ivory Coast from the 26th of April to the 18th of May. The reason behind this from the Nigerian Football Federation is for Eric Sekucheli to integrate more of the local players into the national team. That is the senior national team, the Super Eagles of Nigeria. And one of the fields that they can get those players from is from the camp of the Flying Eagles. So that is it for Eric Sekucheli. Let me move on from Eric Sekucheli's camp to the camp of Ademola Lookman. We've now seen the banter between Ademola Lookman and his manager, Gian Piero Gasperini. A lot is happening. It took Ademola Lookman 34 seconds to score in the second half for Atalanta Castle. The coach didn't talk about that. He was just particular about the penalty that he missed during the game. And after that, even looking at the goal that he scored within that 34 seconds, this is a goal that has been ranked as the fastest goal for any substitute in the UEFA Champions League in the second half. That is the history of the UEFA Champions League. So the fastest goal ever scored by a substitute in the second half of the UEFA Champions League history. That is coming from Ademola Lookman. The coach didn't see that. He's talking a lot about what's happened for him missing the penalty against Club Brugge. The reports coming in from one of the transfer groups, Fabrizio Romano, is that per how things are happening at Atalanta Casio, Ademola Lookman will by all means move from Atalanta Casio next summer to a different club. As to whether he will go into Club A, Club B, or Club C, we don't know. Let me read out exactly what Fabrizio Romano tweeted about. Understand, plan remains for Ademola Lookman to leave Atalanta this summer. Atalanta will try to clarify the situation with Gasperini in the next 24 hours after strong quotes, but won't change future plans. So it's not going to change the plans of Ademola Lookman staying at Atalanta Casio or leaving Atalanta Casio. It was already planned last summer, transfer to happen this year. So definitely, this impending summer transfer, we could see or we will hear a lot of things happening from the camp of Ademola Lookman as to whether he will be joining Club A or Club B. Now to the camp of Maduka Okoye. We all know that he's in the center of betting scandals, of which it could even lead to he being banned from football. He's now out from Udinese squad in the Serie A. Logically, I can tell you that the inclusion of Maduka Okoye in Nigeria's squad to face Rwanda and Zimbabwe might not happen because his match fitness as it stands now is something we can't talk about. He's not playing. So how come he will be included in the squad? I don't know. That will be based on what's and how the coach will be basing on his criteria to select specific players to face the countries that I've already mentioned. That is Rwanda and Zimbabwe in the 2026 World Cup qualifiers for Nigeria. But he has deeply been linked with Galatasaray. A move to Galatasaray will be for Maduka Okoye in the coming days. We don't know what will happen, but the news and the reports coming in is that he's also having interest to join Galatasaray. As to their transfer will happen or not, we've still kept our fingers crossed, waiting for what will happen. So that is it from the camp of Maduka Okoye. Let me just summarize everything from the camp of Leon Atimeri Balogun. He has spoken a lot about the Super Eagles of Nigeria's team. He said he has once been in the shoes of European-born of Nigerian descent who want to commit to the Super Eagles of Nigeria. So therefore, he's calling on the Nigerian Football Federation to make him the ambassador to lure those players to play for the Super Eagles of Nigeria in the coming days. That is his job. He can do that job perfectly for them to play for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. He said he is a type who doesn't want to rule out players from playing for their various national team because when they come in, they will just be creating a lot of options for Eric Sekucheli to reduce his worries, and the competition in the team will be strong. So when these players are being lured into the national team of the Super Eagles, definitely they are going to perform to their maximum satisfaction. The exact words from Balogun, I will not say a former defender for the Super Eagles of Nigeria, even though the last time he played for the Super Eagles of Nigeria was somewhere June 2022. He's still eligible to play for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. I don't know whether he'll be called in the subsequent matches, but the exact words from him. There is so much potential, so many players. Look at David Alaba, Manuel Akanji, Michael Olise, players we missed out, Izzy, Saka, and so many others. Still more to come. There's one guy now at Werder Bremen, Felix Agu. So obviously, it's about sending the right messages, making the national team attractive. I am pretty sure I am not the only one who felt at that time I got called up into the national team. This is my other half calling me to come home. Find out who you are. Until that point, I wasn't in touch too much with my Nigerian identity. And I am still learning now because it has been 2 years I started actually to learn Yoruba with a teacher, which is not easy. So he says it has been barely 2 years that he started learning Yoruba with a teacher. That language hasn't been easy for him, Balogun, but he's still trying his best. He now knows that he's a Nigerian. Definitely, he has to learn all the languages that he thinks he befits to learn as a Nigerian citizen. That is what he's saying. So we don't know as to whether he will be the ambassador to lure the European-born of Nigerian descent. Just leave your decent comments in the comment box. I will end here with my presentation and also proceed with my special shoutouts. Even though the names are quite controversial to my pronouncements, but just pardon me for that. Chinedu Nwaneri, congratulations for joining this platform. Thank you very much. Sedu Momo, God bless you. Evans, God bless you. Peter, God bless you. Christopher, God bless you. Lawrence, God bless you. Let me look at this name very well. And you have, Lawrence Ume. Let me look at the name very well. Taiwo Ikwia, God bless you. Emmanuel, God bless you. Samuel Infienyi Marizu, God bless you very well. And Olayi Zunuba, God bless you very well. Christopher, God bless you. I have a lot of people to talk about or to mention on this platform. We will meet in the subsequent videos to continue with the special shoutouts. I was being supported by my hardworking chief editor, Emmanuel Kwame Asedu, and my amazing graphic designer, Dominic. Let's meet in the next one. It's bye for now.